There's more slapstick and non-stop stunts on Boxing Day, appropriately enough, in Police Story, one of Jackie Chan.
Thank you. Well, it is great to be here. I just flew in. Boy, are my arms tired.
I've played all over this land and in every kind of venue. And I've found that people are people.
Hey, would you folks like to see some impressions? Some impressions that you've never seen before in your life. Impressions of famous people's dogs.
Get off the stage!
Thank you. Okay. Let's start out with John Wayne's dog, the Duke. Bow wow. Bow wow.
What I have is a very special ability to make people laugh. Forget about their troubles, at least for the brief time that we're together. I never try to analyze it. To me, it's a gift. It's a special kind of magic. Let's face it, it's love, plain and simple.
2 minutes, Mr. Meaney.
It's Meaney. They're always kidding.
From San Francisco's fabulous Fillmore, HBO presents One Night Stand, starring Kevin Meaney. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Meaney.
I love that double beat. How about you folks? Okay. Hail Satan, everybody. How are you? Thank you very much. My name is Kevin Meaney. Thinking about changing my first name to Eenie. Thank you very much. Eenie Meaney. Figure it out for yourselves, folks. Parents' names are Miney and Mo. Okay. Have a gay brother by the name of Weenie Meaney. And I have an Aunt Jeannie. She lives in the bottle. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm not getting off with the Eenie Meaney jokes. What's wrong with you people? Are you insane? Thank you very much. My name is Kevin Meaney. God, my eye! Gonna poke my eye out! I don't believe it! If my mother was here, that's what she'd be saying. You're doing that on purpose. Taking the microphone, poking your eye out. That's not right. You're like a crazy person. Getting on stage, poking your eye out. The other comedians aren't poking their eyes out. Why do you have to do things like that? Why do you do this to your father and I? You're like a mental case on stage. Taking the microphone, poking your eye out. You know, one of these days you are gonna poke your eye out. One of your crazy comedian friends is gonna put a needle in that microphone. Then it's gonna be real funny, isn't it? Walking around with one eye. God, that's not right. I don't think you wanna see. You probably have your one-eye jokes already written. Anything in my house could poke an eye out when I was a kid. Be passing pizza across the table. You're gonna take your brother's eye out with that slice. Now put your goggles on and go to bed. And stop rolling around up there. Rolling all night. You're like a crazy person in the bed. All night long with the rolling. Your brothers don't roll. Your father doesn't roll. You're like a mental case in the bed. All night long, rolling, rolling, roll. You're gonna fall out of that bed and poke your eye out. Oh. That's not right. Stop your clapping. That will just encourage him. Gonna roll out of that bed and sue us, and we're gonna lose the house. My parents used to always say that. We're gonna lose the house. Anything could lose the house. You're taking the car out at night. You're not taking that car out tonight, mister. No way. Not in this big snowstorm. You're gonna take it out, smash it up into somebody. Somebody's gonna sue us, and we're gonna lose the house. Those are my plans exactly tonight, Mother. Yes, thank you. God, they were crazy, not me. We couldn't wear tight pants growing up in my family. You're not wearing those tight pants out tonight, mister. Get upstairs and put your big pants on. Going outside with tight pants on. We're big pant people. Get up to your room and put your big pants on. The Lobermans are coming over. Your brother doesn't wear tight pants. Stop it! Your father doesn't wear tight pants. Stop it! Get that knife out of your hand. Coming towards your mother with a knife. You're gonna take my eye out with that thing. God, that's not right. God, and parents use expressions that you never heard of before in your life, you know? They always say to you, get that puss off your face. You're not walking around this house with a big puss on. I had no idea what they were talking about. I'd be on my way to school, my mother would say, get that puss off your face. You're not going to school with that big puss on your face. I'd go into school, I'd ask my teacher, Sister Damien, do I have a big puss on my face? Get to the principal's office. I'd go home and I'd tell this to my mother. Nobody gets sent to the principal's office for saying that. Get up to your room and get those tight pants off. That's why you were sent to the principal's office. You're like a crazy person. Going to school with tight pants on. That's not right. Is he gonna use this voice all night? Yes, I am. Just to aggravate you people. They told me I looked like Wayne Newton when I was a kid. They did. You know, you look just like that Wayne Newton. I don't look anything like Wayne Newton. You do too. Get upstairs to your room and put your tuxedo on and learn the words to Donkashane. I had the Wayne Newton lunchbox with the thermos and the portable microphone. My mother would come to my room late at night, paint a thin mustache above my upper lip. I'd be a good singer, though. I'd be like the Newt, you know? Singing everybody else's hits, you know? God, I could just imagine being in Las Vegas, just like the Newt, singing the hits. You don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time, oh yeah. You don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time, oh yeah. How you folks doing tonight? Good to see ya. What's your name, ma'am? How are ya? Julie. Good to see ya. I'm on that freeway of love in my pink Cadillac. Come on, baby, on that freeway of love. I can't get by. And you woo-woo-woo. You're making me work. And you woo-woo-woo. And you woo-woo all night. And you woo-woo. And you woo-woo. Thank you, Eddie. And you woo all night. We gotta fight for our right to party. Money's too tight to mention. Money's too tight to mention. Oh, money, 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 money. We're talking about money. We're talking about money.
When you really need to feel secure, you need new Bodyform Plus. Its specially designed security tabs lock the towel firmly and securely in place, so you don't have to worry, leaving you the freedom to live life to the full. New Bodyform Plus, with security locked in.
We'd thought about it before, just soon after we got married, decided we couldn't quite afford it at the time. I've definitely always wanted to go private.
It was mainly the idea that you've got a lot of security.
We went for that because it was so much cheaper.
It's not a lot of cost for the cover
And
that
it's
you
peace
get.
of mind as well.
The new Ruper scheme Health Choice, from £9 a month. Ring us now on 0800 600 555.
Cadbury's Flake, the crumbliest, flakiest milk chocolate in the world.
Is it true that the position of the stars on the day you were born affects your whole life? This Sunday, Patrick Walker gives his birthday forecasts for 1992. A free supplement with this Sunday's Mail on Sunday and You magazine.
Spot my new moisturiser? It's Clearasil. It's medicated and it helps keep my skin smooth and soft.
New Clearasil medicated moisturiser.
Sorry, a little phlegm there, excuse me. I like to go to nice restaurants, though. Restaurants where I can bring a woman, you know. Nothing wrong with that. I know what to talk about, too, when I go to a restaurant, because I was in the food services industry, you know. I know what to talk about, the plate presentation, the beverages, you know, and the hot plate problem. You know what I'm talking about there, don't you? The waiter always comes up to you. That's a hot plate, sir. Hot plate, ma'am. As soon as the waiter leaves the table, your hands go directly to the plate. You hear people all throughout the restaurant. All these waiters are wearing these big oven mitts on their hands, you know. There's always that one waiter that doesn't wear them, you know. How come you don't wear them? Because I'm not from this planet. Why do you go to these restaurants? Crazy restaurants with hot plates. Tables bursting into flames. Places where you can smell the skin burning. That's not right. People hate the heat, though. They do. Always complaining about the heat. Nice day out today. Too hot. Too hot. I can't take it. All day long I'm sweating. I don't feel good. I can't breathe. My skin is all blotchy. Why don't you move to where it's colder? Because I hate the cold. I want to live in a mall where the temperature's always the same and where people are nice. I think someday everybody will live in a mall. That'll be the perfect environment, you know? You wake up in the morning, good morning, Shopper Meaney. Good morning, Shopper Smith. I go shopping in a mall. People mistake me for an employee. Ladies come up to me, pardon me, sir, where do I return the gifts? I'll give them to me. Take anything you like and walk right out that door with. Are you sure? I never heard of that policy before. I was circumcised every year for my birthday. I get special parking, though. On the back of my license plate, there's a circle with a penis on it. And a line drawn right through it. Penis, if you will. Oh, penis. Everybody! I said everybody sing the penis song! He made us sing it! I didn't want to sing the penis song! He made us sing it! Everybody was singing it! My mother still has a beehive hairdo. 10 feet above her head. She can dust the ceiling with this thing, it's so big. I'll get that for you, darling. Always wrapping her hair in toilet paper, you know, protecting it from dust. There's never any toilet paper in the bathroom. Mom, could you stand there and spin, please? My Aunt Mary has the big beehive in the family because she's the oldest, you know. The older the meanie, the bigger the hive, you know that. She's in her 80s now. She freezes food. Old people like to freeze food. I go over to her house, she's always trying to feed me. Kevin, would you like a piece of pie? I'd love to have a piece of pie, thanks. I'm right in the middle of it. You know, I put that pie in the freezer back in 1965. How many blackouts did that go through? She she's still driving, too. In her 80s, she still drives. You know, I don't believe it. People are terrified of her in the neighborhood. Little kid, she comes into the cul-de-sac about 75 miles an hour. Kids scattering from one side of the road to the other. Ah! Here comes Aunt Mary! All you see on the front of her grill are like big wheels and tricycles just smashed up there. There's her car right back there. Look out, here comes Aunt Mary! All the kids are giving her the finger. All she does is wave. Hi, everybody! Starting to sweat now, so my moose is reactivating. I don't know if you realize that. Oh. My parents were crazy. They were always worried when we were kids when company would come over. My mother would always worry that we'd say the wrong thing, you know? Always. Okay, now listen, kids. Mr. Denty's coming over tonight. He's a good friend of your father's. He just got back from Sweden, and he had a sex change operation. I don't want any of you kids saying anything that he's a woman. If you have to say something, just tell him how pretty he looks. What are we supposed to call him? I don't know what you're supposed to call him. Just say hello, and get up to your room, and get those tight pants off. Don't be walking around the house with a big puss on your face when he's here. They were crazy. I'd love to go see them around Christmas. It's always fun, you know? Always fun to see them around the holidays. Last year, I brought home this woman, a good friend of mine, 300-pound black woman. She walked right up to my mother. You know, Kevin, got a real big Johnson. Well, it's nice to meet you, Dewana. John, she's here. John! John! Thanks for spending the holidays with us. Oh, boy. I've been driving around the city. You ever notice things on the side of the road while you drive? Be driving along, see a shoe just laying out there, you know? Figure maybe some guy on his way to work. You know, I'm not gonna wear my left shoe today. Gonna toss that baby right out the window. See what the boss says about that. You'll even see that downtown and see a pair of pants on the sidewalk. A tight pair of pants. I told you to take those things off. Going into work with tight pants on. That's not right. People in camouflage pants, you ever see them? No, you can't see them, they're camouflaged. They're walking around. Nobody sees me, I'm camouflage man. Ah! So this car painted with camouflage paint, just Ribble Point, I ran into it. Okay. Camouflage sir didn't see you. I don't drive that much, I have a jetpack. Pop in on Housewives and see if the wrapping thing's fresh. I did drive cross-country once, though. Anybody ever do that? I drove cross-country, really got to see the country. Notice that there's no dotted lines between the states. Okay. Also, Kansas is not pink. Okay. These are map jokes. Get thee behind me, audience. I don't care. I don't care. My jokes don't go over. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Everybody, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. He does not care. I don't care. I'm happy-go-lucky. Women call me plucky. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Shut up. I don't. We hate you. I don't care. I don't care. We're gonna kill you. I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. Look out, Hank Mancini. Here comes Eeny Meany. I don't care. One more time. I don't care. I don't care. Shut up. We hate you. I don't care. I don't care. Bing, bing, bing. Zoom, zoom, zoom. This is stupid. On stage singing I don't care. Making noises. You're not doing comedy, you're aggravating people. You're like a mental case. Up there doing that. I don't care, I don't care. Let's go out to the audience and see if people care. Do you care, ma'am? You don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Sing it, goddamn